Hello everybody and welcome back on my channel. My name is Alex and today we're gonna make the rest of the components from this belt tensioner, which are these two shafts and this bushing and this other collar. Because the other components like this hex socket, set screws, these two we're gonna import them from the library, and this lock washer we're gonna also import it from the library, and this bolt. These other components we already made them, so go and follow the other tutorials to make them, and in the next video we're gonna make the assembly. So let's start. We'll start with these two shafts. Okay, so we'll have to open a new part and then open a sketch in the front plane. And here we'll make the next sketch. Select circle, we'll make one, select smart dimension, and let's define this. The diameter will be 25. And now go to features and use extruded boss base command. Here instead of blind we'll keep mid plane, and here the dimension will be 80 millimeters. Press here OK. Now we'll have to add some chamfers on both ends. So go up here, select chamfer. You can select this face, and here we'll select this one, dimensions, and here we'll keep symmetric and the dimension will be 1 millimeter. Press here OK. And now select hole wizard. We'll have to make 4 holes for this shaft. Select here this one and here this, and then we'll select here top drills, and the first hole will be M8 with the pitch 1. In this hole will be going the grease nipple. And now go to positions. Actually first let's change here the end condition. Will not be true all, will be blind, and here will be 50 millimeters. Alright, and now we're gonna leave it like this. Make sure that this is not checked here. Okay, and go to positions, 3D sketch. Let's place it on this face. Now we have to make sure that this is fully defined. First let's try like this. Select this point with this center point, and let's see if we can make them along Z axis, and this should fully define it. Now it's black, which means it's good. Press OK. And now we have the first hole, and now let's make the thread for this hole. So we'll go back to hole wizard, select thread, press OK. The thread location will be this edge, and now let's select, here will be blind, the distance will be 8 millimeters. Okay, and now here we'll keep M8 and the pitch will be 1. Now let's select here an offset. So select here offset. We'll select here 1 millimeter. We'll change here the direction of the offset. We want it to be outside of this face. And I'll have to change here from 8 to 9. And now we have 8 millimeters of thread inside this shaft. And let's press here OK. This should be all the settings. Yes, that's good. Press here OK. Okay, and now let's select hole wizard again, and this time we'll select also this right here, but here will be drill size, and let's select here the size will be 8. So scroll down until you'll find 8 millimeters in diameter. And now here we'll also keep blind, but this time the depth will be 5 millimeters. Go to positions, select here 3D sketch, and this time we'll have to place 2 of them like this. And now let's define them. We'll have to give some dimensions. So select smart dimension and let's give a dimension in between these two. Here will be 54 millimeters. Okay. Let's make sure that these two are in line. So select both of them and select here along Z-axis. Press here OK. And now let's try to give another dimension, and let's select center line. Let's make a center line going up like this, and then select this point with this face and select here on the left on surface. And now all of these 3 points should be on the same direction, on the same line or not. If they are not, let's select them all, only the points, and select here make along Z-axis. Okay, that's better. And now it's smart dimension. Let's give a dimension from this point to this one, and here should be half of this dimension, so 27. Okay, and now this should be it. Press here OK. And I'll have to make one more hole, which will be somewhere on this side. So select hole wizard again. We're gonna use also this. We'll keep all of them like this, and here we'll have to change the diameter, and this time will be 5 millimeters. Let's go and find 5. Perfect. Everything else will be the same. Go to position and select here 3D sketch. Let's place it like this. And now let's make another center line. And we'll start another center line like this. Make it along X-axis this time. Select this point with this face and select again on surface. On the drawing we see that this hole should be at 40 millimeters from this face. This whole shaft has 80 millimeters, so it means that it's in the middle. Okay, if we know that, we can select this point with this point and select here coincident. And now the depth for this, let's go back here to type. We forgot to change the depth, should be 14 millimeters. That's good, and press OK. This hole is for lubrication, so it's good. Nice, and this is everything for this shaft. Let's apply the material. It will be edit material. It will be steel 1020. Apply and close. Now let's save this. This will be the pulley shaft. Okay, now let's open a new part and let's make the next shaft, which will be the arm shaft. This one will be a little bit faster because it doesn't have so many holes. Let's open again a sketch in the front plane. select circle. It will be the exact same dimensions as the other one, 25. Let's go features, extruded boss base, also mid plane, and here will be the same, 80. Press here OK. And now again a chamfer, dimension, symmetric, 1, press OK. Let's apply the material. Apply, close. Okay, and now we'll have to make only one hole for this one. So go to hole wizard. We'll keep the same settings right here, and we'll have to change here from diameter 5 to 8. 8. And the depth will be also 8. Go to positions, 3D sketch. We'll have to place it right here. And now let's make a center line. So select center line, make it like this along y-axis. Select this point with this face, select here on surface. Make these two along z-axis. Okay, and now with smart dimension, I'll have to give a dimension which will be from this. Let's see if it's working. We have a dimension from this point to this face, to this end right here. Is not working. Okay, if we want to make it in this, to give this dimension according to the drawing, we can try to make a center line right here, and then select this point with this face and select again on surface, and we can give the dimension this time in between these 2 points, and it will be 67. Or we know that from this face to this center line is 40 millimeters, so we can add the extra millimeters to make it 67, which is 27, right? So we can give a dimension from this point to this point, 27. It will be the same. Nice, and now press here OK. And this is everything for this shaft. Let's go ahead and save it. This will be the arm shaft. Save. And I'll have to make the last 2 parts. So let's open a new part. All of these are very, very easy. Let's open a sketch in the front plane, and here we'll make 2 circles. And now it's smart dimension, let's define them. This one will have the diameter 44. And this one will have the diameter 25. Go to features, use extruded boss base command. We'll keep here mid plane, and here will be 16 millimeters. Press OK. And I'll have to apply chamfer for this one also. So go to chamfer. We'll select this face, select here this, and here 1 millimeter. Press here OK. And I'll have to make a hole. So go back to hole wizard. We'll keep this one. The hole will be M8 with the pitch 125. So we'll have to change here to tab drill. And here we'll have to find M8 with the pitch 125. Okay, go to positions. Actually, first let's change the condition here. Here we'll change from blind to up to next. And let's uncheck this. Now go to positions, 3D sketch, let's place it like this. And on the drawing it's at 8 millimeters from this face right here. which means it's in the middle because this whole part has 16 millimeters. Let's see if we can select this point with this one and we can make them along y-axis, and it's working. Now this is fully defined. Go here and select OK. Now let's apply also the material for this. This will be also steel 1020. Apply and close. Now this is it for this color. Let's save it. Save it. Let's make the last part, which is the bushing. So we'll have to open a new part. Plain white. Open a sketch in the front plane. And again, it will be the same 2 circles. This time we'll have other dimensions, at least this one. This one will be 30 millimeters. And this one will be 25. Okay, go to features, use extruded boss base command, and this, I think it has 31 millimeters because the drawing is not very clear, so press OK. And now this one is from brass, so right click, edit material. We'll have to find it. I am not quite sure where is it. It's definitely not here, so I think it's here, yeah. So we have to go to copper alloys and select from here brass, apply and close. Now this is the bushing. Let's save it. Save. And these are all the parts we need for this assembly. This is the tutorial for today, and in the next one we'll gonna start the assembly, and for that we'll have to import some of the parts. For example, I'm gonna show you now which one. Go to toolbox, select here add in now, and one of the part is this one, the lock washer. We can see here that it's 12, 21 and 2.5. We cannot find it here, so in the metric thing here is not the washers. We have no washer like that one. We only have like this with tooth ones. So we'll go to the inch and washers, and we can see here lock washers, spring lock washers. I am not quite sure if this is the one, but it's the one that I could find looking the most alike. So we're gonna use one of these when we're gonna make the assembly. And now we'll have to also import some hex socket set screws, which are these two. We'll go to the metric and we'll go to bolts and screws, and we have here set screws socket, and we'll use from here this one. Again, we have some informations here about them, but we cannot find the exact same thing here. Okay, and the last one will be this bolt. This is very easy. We can find it here at hex head, and we're gonna take this one and just we'll have to select the size. Okay, so this was the tutorial for today. Thank you for watching, and I hope to see you in the next one when we're gonna make the actual assembly.